But overall, people are still cynical about what is going on because they're confusing their own political views, everything else, with what the driver is. 97% of the NASDAQ returns are all debasement of currency. 97%. That's the R squared. And yet you can posture all day about all your bullshit and you're wrong. 97% is that.
Hey guys, welcome to Everyday Finance. As Raoul Pal investigates important developments in the cryptocurrency industry, he highlights Elon Musk's most recent action, which is causing a stir in the political and financial environment. There has been an official announcement made by Musk that his newly created America Party will embrace Bitcoin. He has dismissed fiat currency as being out of date and functioning improperly. The revelation, which was delivered in the typical manner of Musk on X, which was formerly known as Twitter, immediately caused excitement among members of the cryptocurrency community. Upon being questioned about the role that Bitcoin plays in his political goal, Musk provided a confirmation that was both straightforward and strong. Musk is now working to expand his influence beyond the realm of business and into the realm of politics. Musk is well known for his support of cryptocurrency through Tesla and SpaceX, which together possess roughly 20,000 BTC, following his public condemnation of Donald Trump's legislative proposals, which he referred to one of the bills as a disgusting abomination. Elon Musk severed his relations with the former president and initiated a third-party movement with the intention of upsetting the two-party system that exists in the United States. Although it may be difficult for Musk to win the presidency, he plans to target seats in the House and Senate to demonstrate that he is serious about reforming the system. And Bitcoin is seen to be an essential component of that goal.
Okay, the Trump cycle. 2017, we've been talking about this. Trump came in, the markets reacted, same fear about tariffs, same thing, the dollar went up, everything else. And the same thing happened this time around. I mean, people are people. And what happened is the dollar ripped in the back end of 2016. It ripped in the back end of 2024. The dollar ripping is a tightening of financial conditions that play through markets and the economy 3 months later, which is why we had the correction in the first quarter. We showed you all of this as part of the M2 thing. Anyway, we said it at the time. We've been tracking this before the dollar topped out and said, he's going to go for a weak dollar. They said they want a weak dollar, and fuck me, the dollar's been weak. It's been an extraordinary weakness. Now, this is not some structural, ever-ending weakness. That'll come at some point when we change the rules of the game. Right now, cyclical weakness being pushed by Trump and Bessent, and it will continue to do so. And that is an amazing tailwind for markets and risk. Bonds, everyone's like, oh my God, bond yields, every time they go up, they're going to break out, they're going to go 6%. All the drama of the macro people. It's like last time, bonds were in a range for Trump. They'll probably be in a range for Trump this time. He'll get the front end lower and the yield curve will steepen. He will force the front end lower by changing the Fed chair, etc. And so bond yields are really not a big deal for this equation. So let's not worry about that shit. That's the macro doomers on X. We'll talk about that. Bitcoin then now, same. When banana, same. Keeps showing the banana. We started in the banana in September last year. We've given the phase of the banana, but nobody listens because they want to cherry pick everything on Twitter. It's very frustrating. I'm trying to help everybody. And yes, most tokens will go up, will come into the alt season in a sec. The most copied chart on the planet. This is what you all want to see. This is not updated from today's price action. So basically, we started up ticking. So when you say when banana, it's like, how much more can I help you? We told you here that this was the low. We said here it was going to correct. We said here this was the low. We doubled up everything, all our positions, because it's the same for NASDAQ. We bought call options in Robinhood, Tesla, Coinbase. We added SUI. We added everything. And that was obviously all in Real Vision Pro. If you don't sign up for that, I can't help you. We do give it all to you. But on Twitter, I try and give as much away as possible to help as many people. Here it is. Is this going to be perfect, or is it going to do this, and then this, and then this, and then this? Yes, it'll do the latter, like it did this almost perfect, then this wasn't perfect, and then this. Is it going up to the right? Yes. Is it likely to fall apart with a 90% correlation going on? No. So it'll be okay. Will it deviate? Will it fail over time? Yes. Will we give you other things that matter? Yes. This matters the most right now. Global M2 year on year versus Bitcoin goes back a long period of time. It's stupid correlated. Global M2's ripping higher. Bitcoin should rip higher. Can't help you more than that. That was me hitting on my vape. It's the first time so far. Imagine an hour without nicotine. V-shaped recovery. Yeah, now you can see me, but V-shaped recovery in equities continues. We called this, we said, hey, it looks just like 1998. I was at Goldman at 1998. I lived and breathed this thing. It fucking ripped higher forever and went into a huge bubble. We're not saying, oh my God, it's going to be a bubble. What we're saying is correlation's 97%. It's like one of those events that doesn't matter to the stock market that drove the stock market lower, and now we're going to recover. And we should broadly follow this pattern for a while, and then we won't. Okay, and then we won't. But it will follow the M2 pattern, and then we won't. But it will follow global total liquidity ongoing. The debasement of currency is the driver of everything. You've got to understand that. So there we go. People are still short bloody stock markets. I don't get it. Everyone's so cynical. It's like this is the easiest trade in the world. This whole thing, this whole setup from the low has been literally one of the easiest trades in the world. You'll say, oh my God, it's not easy. Can't you see? Because you've chosen the wrong things. It's been an easy trade. Basically, you could have owned Solana and a few tech stocks, which was basically my thesis. You've been fine. Now, not saying I'm infallible. I will fuck it up. I still own Church of the Smoking Chicken Fish, and which I still like and haven't sold any of it. And maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm right. I don't care. It's a small allocation because I wanted fun and stuff. But overall, people are still cynical about what is going on because they're confusing their own political views, everything else, with what the driver is. 97% of the NASDAQ returns are all debasement of currency. 97%. That's the R squared. And yet you can posture all day about all your bullshit and you're wrong. 97% is that.
Michael Saylor, whose name is practically synonymous with Bitcoin promotion, is intensifying his efforts once more. An optimistic Bitcoin graphic has been posted on X by the founder of Strategy, which was formerly known as MicroStrategy. This chart indicates that Bitcoin will continue to gain value through the month of July and encourages everyone to hold on to their Bitcoin holdings. However, Saylor is not only relying on technical charts to support his confidence, he is also placing a significant wager on the growing involvement of institutions. He is of the opinion that the iShares Bitcoin Trust ETF, which is managed by BlackRock, has the potential to outperform all other funds, even surpassing their well-known S&P 500 fund. BlackRock's Bitcoin Exchange Traded Fund ETF has generated more profits than its regular index funds, according to recent numbers, which demonstrates that this theory is already being put into practice. The approach taken by Saylor is reflective of a more widespread trend, although the interest of the general public in Bitcoin may be decreasing. The engagement of institutions is increasing, which is propelling the next phase of cryptocurrency adoption.
And so then it becomes down to which stock do you choose to best represent that to outperform it. And that's when we use relative charts and stuff like that. Okay. Business conditions starting to grow. Everyone got bearish because of Trump and then come back and it's all okay, which we said it would be. And then blah, 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 more, it's all okay. The Citibank Economic Surprises Index basically follows the dollar because that's where sales ebb and flow. That's the flow of the global economy. And the dollar weakened massively. And hey, what? Economies are going to do better, which is why Scott Bessent wants a weaker dollar. So does Donald Trump. So does everybody, because it works. It drives the global economy because 87% of world trade is in dollars. Okay, RSM. RSM, the business cycle, super important. My whole framework built from the business cycle. I'm now actually more macro, longer term, but it gives you where you are. It's very important. Okay, the ISM has been for an extended period of time below 50, up and down. It's been dragging higher, but it's been slow. It's been slow because the dollar was high and rates have been high. Rates will come lower because Trump will force them lower. And the dollar is already falling fast. I mean, I think the DXY gets to somewhere between 92 and 90. Let's see. But we're starting to see the S&P version of the ISM starting to break higher. And we'll see the ISM come up. Okay, great. So the business cycle goes up. Here's the amalgamation of the two. Business cycle is slowly rising. Why does it matter? Because the business cycle is how you all feel, how your businesses feel. It's driven by the business cycle. Am I creating excess earnings? Am I growing? Most of the economy is not growing. Some parts are growing. GDP is growing from different reasons. But really, the average median business in America, the median person's income ain't changing right now. If you're running a restaurant or a shop or a services business, is it really happening for you right now? No. Is it okay? Just about. But your interest rates are high. So when interest rates come down, what we'll find is economic activity picks up, and then suddenly speculative activity picks up, and that changes the structure of market. It has always been so. The history of markets, I've got ISM and the Treasury survey before that, going back to about 1880. It's always been the same. Market returns are driven by the business cycle. So as the business cycle goes up, market returns go up. The thing that also leads it is financial conditions. This is a mixture between the dollar, rates, and commodities. And financial conditions have been going up, which is meaning for us easing. And that means ISM, it leads ISM by 9 months. ISM is going to go higher sharply. Financial conditions, because of the dollar's starting to break down again. That will lead financial conditions to the next leg. Okay, this is interesting stuff because it also drives crypto and tells us how long the cycle is going to last. I'm not going to give away everything here, but we'll talk about some of that. ISM and crypto. Okay, so this confusing chart, you're spinning, getting your head around this. What the hell's going on here? There's a bunch of colors and things going up and down. Basically, here is every time the ISM peaks in purple. Okay, but what's all this shit? This is the ISM in this teal color. So it peaked. What happens to the market? Well, when the ISM peaks, eventually the recovery is when it comes across 50. When it comes across 50, confirmed, that's when markets get big moves. We haven't got there yet. So the big move part, the global business cycle, and there's going to be a bunch of you going, well, it's never going to happen. Trump tariffs. Can't you see there's wars everywhere? It will happen because all of the forward-looking indicators, the financial conditions that actually drive things as opposed to your opinion, which drives nothing at all, will happen.
Despite the fact that Bitcoin experienced a 15% increase in the beginning of 2025, it has not yet been able to equal the rapid returns that have been seen in the stock market as a whole, particularly the S&P 500, which reached record highs. It appears that retail investors are beginning to draw back, despite the fact that on-chain data from analyst Ollie Martins reveals that Bitcoin earnings have just reached over $9.2 billion, indicating that there is some healthy momentum. The retail-driven rallies have become less intense as institutional players have entered the fray. Still, analysts such as Cathie Wood of ARK Invest continue to maintain a positive outlook. She is of the opinion that changes in the macroeconomic environment, particularly a decline in interest rates, may soon reignite the spark in the price of Bitcoin. The role that cryptocurrency plays in the global financial system is entering a new phase that is more complicated. Regardless of whether it is Elon Musk who is introducing Bitcoin to the political arena in the United States, or a sailor who is spearheading institutional bullishness?